A first taste of Premier League football had been a sobering experience for Swindon Town, who'd been rooted to the bottom of the table since the season began. In February 1994, they welcomed Norwich City to the county ground. Under new manager John Dean, the Canaries had drawn their last 4 matches, but had managed 32 goals en route to 7 victories on the road. Swindon had just signed 34-year-old striker Frank McAvenny on loan from Celtic. He was on the bench. John Gorman had recalled Paul Bodin. The main goal threat for Town came from Jan Arge Fjortoft, who'd managed 5 in 4 games. With Brian Gunn suspended, Scott Howie kept goal for 9th place Norwich, and following Rule Fox's departure to Newcastle, Neil Adams made his Premier League debut. A win today would be enough to lift Swindon off the foot of the table. Your match commentator is John Champion.
Well, if Swindon are going to try to escape the drop, they need to start picking up some wins soon, and this represents a good opportunity against the Norwich side who haven't won since New Year's Day. Swindon, rock bottom of the table all season long so far. 4 wins, 10 draws and 14 defeats. Here's Kevin Horlock. And despite their lack of success, the crowds just keep on coming. Shot was by Luke Nyholt. More than 15,000 inside the county ground today. Capacity is only 18,000. The public of Wiltshire have really taken to Premier League football, although it has been a struggle for John Gorman. Nyholt. Horlock. Presented to Mark Bowen, it slipped away from him. Ian Crook. Culverhouse. There's Brian Kilcline. John Moncur. Referee Roger Gifford plays the advantage. And here's Horlock. Moncur slipped. Crook. Sutton making his presence felt and winning it from Kilcline and scoring the opener. "20 years of age and apparently with the footballing world at his feet. Wanted by just about all the big clubs, the length and breadth of the country. It's 11 goals in his last 11 games for Chris Sutton. It's 21 now for the season. No wonder Arsenal have been linked with a £4 million move for him. But his newly signed contract with Norwich includes £500 per goal. That's handball by Crook. Crook is the man that pulls the strings for Norwich. The goal scored by Sutton, the 68th conceded by Swindon this season. They have the worst defensive record in all 4 English divisions. And they've conceded 5 or more on 4 separate occasions. The worst day was letting in 6 at Everton. Chris Sutton pursuing a point with Roger Gifford. Kilcline. Free kick is Swindon's. Well, the home side do have the incentive of knowing that a win today would be enough to lift them off the bottom of the table for the first time this season. But if they're going to win, they have to come from behind to do so. Moncur. No flag, Taylor! It's 1-1! Sean Taylor, Swindon skipper. Applause from the Stratton Bank. Norwich pushed out, looking for a non-existent offside. And Sean Taylor was just pleasantly surprised through the legs of the goalkeeper. Norwich's lead lasted just 2 minutes. Whitbread with the throw. Nicky Somerville. Kevin Horlock will drive one. Struck it sweetly enough. Scott Howie equal to it. Bowden. Off the head of Culverhouse. Sutton. Twisting past Kilcline. Dealt with by John Sheffield at the near post. John Dean on the left there. Replaced Mike Walker last month. Nyholt. Whitbread. Somerville. Well, it's got to be one of the best crossers in the Premier League. Bowden. And Fjortoft didn't make proper contact. But if Swindon have a hope, it stems from the goals that Jan Arge Fjortoft has been scoring of late. He's got 5 in his last 4 matches. Moncur. Fjortoft. Norwich have got a good away record this season, 7 wins on their travels. They've scored 32 times. Their league position has worsened in recent weeks because of 4 consecutive draws. Seems to be arms around the neck of Keith Scott there. The referee didn't agree. Efenakoku. Here's Sutton. Support arriving for Sutton. It's kicked clear by Horlock. Mark Bowen this time. He's being allowed to run. In the end it wasn't costly, but it might have been. It's been a very reliable performer, though. At left back, Mark Bowen for Norwich. Newman. John Polston. Koku. Sutton to Goss. Bowen. Sutton. Here comes Bowen again, and out well is John Sheffield. It's a home debut for him today. Fraser Digby and Nicky Hammond have shared the goalkeeping duties thus far. Off the head of Kilcline for a Norwich throw. Veteran of the FA Cup final with Coventry City, Brian Kilcline. Moncur. Well, he seemed to be fouled there. The referee apparently was about to blow his whistle. Here's Neil Adams. Adams, who's keen to impress. Now that Rule Fox has been transferred, it's a big chance for him. Ian Crook. And there's Bowen, who I don't think expected the ball to reach him. maybe got a slight touch off Sutton. Swindon Town have only kept 4 clean sheets so far this season. They won't be adding to that tally today. Nyholt. Bowden, whose penalty in the playoff final against Leicester was the goal that brought Swindon into the top division for the first time in their history after 73 years of trying. This Scott. Moncur. Kilcline. John Moncur. Now Bowden. Looking for support outside. It comes from Horlock. Fjotov was setting himself for the overhead. Instead it's Bowden. Whitbread's ball in to Scott. And there's Fjotov. And Newman made an outstanding block. Moncur. Better football from Swindon Town. They've only won 4 games this season. But 2 of those wins have come in their last 2 games here at the county ground against Spurs and Coventry. Must have done something to improve their confidence. Adams. Neil Adams to take the corner. A former Oldham man. Came off the head of Polston to Sutton. Polston again, but behind him was Newman. And Rob Newman has restored Norwich's lead. Second goal of the season. Not an object of any great beauty. You won't find Norwich complaining, and he took it nicely on the volley. Summerby. Fjotov! Lift off for Swindon. The first time Norwich grabbed the lead, it lasted 2 minutes. This time it's lasted 4. Classic centre-forward's header from the big Norwegian. Didn't score in his first 21 games for Swindon, and now he's got 6 in his last 5. Crook. Koku to chase. Across to meet him is Taylor. Bowen. Cross. Now Crook. Neil Adams. Koku. Felt he was being held, but there was no great protest. And Nyholt to clear. Fjotov. Summerby. It's been a really engaging first half, this. Swindon have played with more belief than you would expect from a side that's been rock bottom all season. And at the very least they deserve is to be level at half-time. Twice, though, they've had to come from behind. Chris Sutton putting Norwich into a 15th minute lead. Moncur's free kick and a push-up for offside in vain allowed Sean Taylor the opportunity to equalise. Newman put Norwich back in front. Fjotov with a second equaliser. All good fun, good entertainment. 2-2 at the break. Norwich get the second half underway. And immediately it's Mark Bowen for them. They will have looked at their fixtures, looked at Swindon's league position and hoped and expected for 3 points today to help re-establish their European push. Anything less than a win will be a major disappointment to them. Swindon's 4 Premier League victims this season: Queen's Park Rangers, Southampton and latterly Spurs and Coventry. Coventry beaten here 3-1 last time out with a hat-trick from Fjørtoft. 2 of them from the penalty spot. Norwich, having finished 3rd last season, would be looking for something rather better than 9th at this stage of the campaign. Sutton. Partially blocked, fell into the path of Okoku, who couldn't control it. It's a good opportunity for Norwich. Spun away off Taylor. Horlock. Colston. Adams. Holt feeding Summerby. Summerby's cross. Fjørtoft! Lovely header. Plenty of Swindon smiles now. They're in front for the first time in the match. Gem of a cross and an excellent header. Spinning beyond the despairing dive of Howie. Could it be 3 home wins on the bounce for Swindon? It stays like this, they're moving off the bottom of the Premier League pile. Jerry Goss. Inside Horlock for Adams, and Sutton, good save. John Sheffield, on loan from Cambridge, I think has hurt himself in the process. Oh yes, there. Well, the last thing he'll want, having finally got his chance at the top level, is to be replaced, but they're warming up Nicky Hammond. And the former Arsenal trainee, exchanging words with the linesman Graham Barber there, is going to be needed. Poor John Sheffield. His home debut cut short, and Nicky Hammond, who's played a good number of games this season for Swindon Town, comes on. Okoku. Away by Kilcline. Crook. Adams. There's the goalkeeper. Oh, he's just kept that within bounds. He's an effervescent character. Nicky Hammond from Hornchurch in Essex. Very much the cheeky chappy. And here's the change the crowd wanted to see. 34-year-old Frank McAvenny replaces Keith Scott, the perennial playboy on loan from Celtic to the end of the season, lent to Swindon by their former manager Lou Macari. Swindon could have done with Tony Cottee as well. That was the old West Ham partnership that struck fear into many a defence, McAvenny and Cottee. Goss. Here's Adams. Sutton's unmarked. There's a yard too far in front of Chris Sutton. Swindon are living dangerously. Summerby. And still Nicky Summerby. And Fjørtoft has put it wide. Glorious chance to complete back-to-back hat-tricks in home games. All the fans in the old stand in the background there, brought all those years ago from the Aldershot military to 2, were off their seats. Newman. There are very few people leaving this game early. Prospect of seeing a third consecutive home win for Swindon Town. There would be hope for them, real hope, if they can hang on to this advantage, or maybe add to it. And Kerr and McAvenny not exactly helping each other. Crook for Norwich. Koku, Goss, and Crook has a go himself, and there was a touch from the goalkeeper. There's Goss. It doesn't matter now, it's 3-3. Nicky Hammond just got fingertips to it to push it onto the frame of the goal, but his exertions were such that he was helpless as Jerry Goss closed in. He did all he could, Hammond, but it has slipped through the grasp, through the fingers of Swindon Town, and we're back at 3-3. It's probably a fair reflection of the game we've been watching. David Hay and John Gorman on the Swindon bench must be sick of that feeling of conceding late goals. Bowden. Held up by Culverhouse. Here's Moncur. Fjørtoft. Kilcline. Norwich sensing the possibility of a winner here, and Goss has gone through 2 Swindon players, and here's Chris Sutton. Hammond to the rescue for Swindon. He's hardly a giant for a goalkeeper, Nicky Hammond, but he spread himself well enough there. It's a good save. Colston, back to Howie. It's a nasty slice. McAvenny's in the middle. This is Fjørtoft. Crook got his head to it. Moncur! Well, for the neutral, and there aren't many of those inside the county ground, it's been an excellent game. Not always high on quality, never lacking in excitement. Taylor. There's Bowen. Crook. Trying to release a Koku. Just about time for one last Norwich attack. Round Kilcline. And Hammond got a hand to it. Still in play with Adams. Kilcline. And Swindon grateful just to scramble the ball clear. And it ends all square at 3 goals apiece, and Swindon will view that as a big opportunity missed. Leading 3-2 with 7 minutes to play. A pair of excellent headed goals from Jan Arge Fjørtoft had put them in a winning position and within sight of a 3rd consecutive home victory. But not for nothing, a Norwich European contenders' dogged tenacity led to Jeremy Goss scoring an equaliser in the 83rd minute. Plenty to admire in the application of both sides, but it's finished. Swindon